Not a lot of changes from last week to this week in the newest allergy report. Grass and weed count still in the medium category. Interestingly, though, ragweed is now showing up for the first time well, at least over the last couple of months anyways. Mold counts also in the high category. In terms of futurecast, it's not going to show much. We're going to be mostly quiet overnight tonight. Clear skies for many of us. We'll wake up tomorrow morning. You got mostly sunny skies. There will be a few of those puffy Toy Story clouds bubble up middle part of the afternoon. And for just a few folks, those could produce a couple of spotty showers. Latest futurecast has those very few and far between. A lot like today. It's very hit or miss with an emphasis on the miss. Now, if you do get one of those showers, it cools you down. And if you're really lucky, you'll actually pick up a decent amount of much needed rainfall. In fact, Poto picked up a decent amount. Waldron, I think I got a report out of Waldron earlier today, almost an inch. That's good. A lot of us could use about an inch or so of rain. We'll be mostly clear going into the evening hours. If a storm develops tomorrow, most likely fizzles out right after the sun sets. Now, in terms of beating the heat tomorrow, goodness gracious, this is going to be tough to do. Even early in the day, this is 9 a.m. and it already feels like we're at 90 in Fort Smith. It feels like we're at 86 in Bentonville. That's the heat index. You can see that heat just really swell. Southerly winds pumping in some Gulf moisture. It's humid. It's muggy. It's not exactly the most comfortable. Not much in the way of a breeze out there to really help us out either. This is lunchtime. It gets worse, of course, going into the middle part of the afternoon. By 3, 4 o'clock, we've got heat index values ranging from 105 to as high as 110, just about area wide. If not in that range, we're not far from it. When it comes to those heat advisories, these heat alerts, at this point in the summer, they're a dime a dozen. We've had several of them. We're going to have more. It's so easy to brush these things off. I find myself doing it. But the truth is, it's just as easy to actually get some heat-related illnesses. So if you're going to be doing hard work outside tomorrow, even some minor work outside tomorrow, take care of yourself. Drink plenty of water, wear the sunscreen, take the breaks. You know the drill. We're going to have to keep it up probably through at least Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Now, for the last week or so, we've been tracking this cool front, right? Most of the data had suggested it was going to arrive on Thursday, but the newest thinking is, hey, that fellow is going to get here a day or so early, and there are no complaints from us, right? We'll see that temperature drop Tuesday into Wednesday. Yeah, it's a cool front, but good news, it's still going to be hot. That's the key takeaway. We've got to set our expectations correctly here. We're still going to be in the 90s, mid-90s, in fact, in the River Valley, so it's just not going to be as hot. Could bring a couple of chances of rain. We're going to bump you up to 30% on Wednesday. I don't think everyone sees rain with that system, unfortunately. Let's hope we can raise those, but for right now, we'll keep your Thursday chance right there at 30%, both Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Aside from that, there's no meaningful chances of rain really anytime soon. We're banking on these hit or miss spotty pop-up showers and thunderstorms, and that's about as much as we can really hope for. Temperature-wise, it does look like we'll stay relatively normal after that front passes through the area. Not a big jump in those temperatures, although I do expect some moderation with time. In the River Valley, our 10-day forecast looks like this. We're hovering at, if not above 100 through at least Wednesday. When that front comes through, a gradual drop to 96. Enough that we'll feel it, but it's certainly not going to feel cool by any stretch of the imagination. Thursday, Friday, not all too bad. Looking ahead, a pretty classic late August weekend on tap for next weekend.
Yeah, could really use a little cool down. Could really use everyone some rain.
Yeah, we really could. You start to see that drought creeping up, and it's normal. August is a dry month around these parts, but you hate to see when it's happening, right? Especially going from a really wet spring. We've kind of used up all that moisture that we had in the bank, so to speak, and we're drying out. I wouldn't hate a good, slow, steady rain one day.
All right, fingers crossed for that.
Sure.